What's up, guys? Welcome back. I got another body game testimony for you here today. Today, the topic is going to be about why attractive women respect body game so much. This is just going to prove to you that everything I'm saying about body game is true because I'm giving you true stories based on experiences that I have from women. So it's not me making this up or speculating. I'm always giving you real life stories. In this story, I'm going to be talking about a woman that I've known for a few years, and she is considered attractive by most men. How do I know she's attracted to most men? Is because men are always doing things for her. She's always find ways to use her pretty privilege to get things for men. Men are always doing favors for her. They're always trying to do something to get closer to her. They're offering to take her on dates a lot. This is the type of stuff men do when they think a woman is attractive. They're always trying to sleep with her. Like they'll do anything to get around her most of the time. And these are guys that usually like have money too. Usually guys with money gravitate to her because guys with money usually want slimmer, fit looking women. She has a very model-esque look. She's kind of tall. And so it's the type of look that most wealthy guys or rich guys or people that have money, they go for that. Now, this woman, she hits me up like every few months or so. She doesn't, I don't try to holler at her ever. I don't ever try to take her on dates and all stuff because you have to learn that with attractive women, you have to treat them like they're not really that attractive. And they will always gravitate towards you. So I don't really treat her like the rest of the men. The rest of the men always treat her like she's attractive and she's just cool. That's the way I treat her. She hits me up and she says, "Hey, how you been?" and all this stuff. I already know most attractive women, they don't really like you. That's the first lesson for today. If you think just because a woman's reaching out to you that they like you, guess again. Usually they want something. So she hits me up. I'm kind of like, okay, yeah, what's up? Like, what do you want, really? I'm not saying that out loud, but I'm talking to her, entertaining her. But I'm always one step ahead in my mind. I'm like, okay, eventually she's going to ask for something. Most of the time, I plan to just say no or not do it because you got to be like that too. You got to have a no mindset when it comes to dealing with beautiful women. If you don't really want to be manipulated by them, the only way they can manipulate you is if you allow it. So we talked for a while, and then here's the story she tells me that relates to body game. She says, this other day I was getting my car maintenance. I was getting some maintenance done on my car, and I didn't have a ride back. So she starts telling me she looks to order an Uber, and it was very expensive to go back to her home. So she reached out to someone in her neighborhood. She said the guy that she has the phone number in the neighborhood, he hollered at her at a food truck in the neighborhood. He saw her waiting in line. He started talking to her. He got her number and things like that. So she reached out to that guy she met in her neighborhood. The guy in the neighborhood said, "Yeah, that's fine. I can take you to go pick up your car so that way you don't have to use an Uber." And when they get there, she finds out, well, now my car maintenance has a price associated with it that they told me was not going to be associated with it. She tells the guy because she knows how pretty privilege works. She's well aware of this. So the guy, of course, steps up as a white knight. He's like, "You know what? I'm going to go in there and I'm going to get your bill down to zero, or I'll just go in there and pay it because I got money." Typical thing simps do in order to impress girls. He's basically just trying to get some points so that way he can set up something to hang out with or get something from her. Funny thing about this is women can see this coming from a mile away. So you gotta be careful about this, guys. Do not do these random acts of service to impress a woman just because you want to sleep with them. You rather get them to be more attracted to you based on your mannerisms and who you are, how you handle yourself, versus whether or not you can pay for something. I mean, it's good to be able to, but don't just be sitting out there offering it all up if you haven't negotiated what you're really getting out of the deal. He hadn't negotiated anything. So he goes in there, and I guess he ends up paying for it. So afterwards, he says, yo, what do you got going on after this? You want to go out? And she was like, no, I got something to do. So because she knows what she's doing, she's like, well, boom, I got you. I got what I needed from you. And now I'm about to skedaddle. A lot of attractive women do this. So he offers, he says, well, how about this? How about I get us a place? I could treat you real nice. And I could put some money in your pocket at the end of the day. I'll make sure you're well taken care of. And she was like, no, thank you. So I asked her why. I said, why did you turn that down? Tell me why, because many women might take that deal. Like, why did you not take the deal? If he just offered to do all this stuff where you pay for it and he said he's going to make you feel good and you have a good night. She said, well, he doesn't look like he takes care of his body. So I can't be attracted enough to do it. Like I don't get turned on by him at all because he doesn't look like he takes care of his body. I said, well, that's interesting because, well, what if you just want the money? Does that really matter? She said, yeah, I mean, the money thing is really nice. She says, but if I'm going to do it, I want to at least be pleased by it, turned on. I feel like I got something out of it besides just money. So I need that person to be attractive. She said, and I might have done it if he was attractive and had a better looking body, but he didn't look like he take care of himself. And I said, oh, so the body does matter. And she says, that's right. And she was like, that's why I'm wondering when me and you can start working, helping me work on getting my body back right. Because she knows I'm a personal trainer as well. So I said, okay. And we continued the conversation from there. But the point of that story is, if that guy had taken care of his body, even as you get older, man, you're going to get better opportunities. You're going to be able to secure more opportunities. Yes, having money is going to be good. You should probably almost always have money if you're going to deal with a woman. But you can't deny that having a decent looking body, knowing how to present it so they can see it and feel it, they can build sexual tension off of just looking at who you are. That's what you want. You want to provide them the opportunity of they can just look at you moving around and say, okay, the way he looks, I do kind of want a piece of that, but I'm not going to say nothing. That's what you want. And sometimes you can't give off that energy unless they see a little bit of muscle showing, bicep showing, or it's popping out of your sleeves. You have sleeve shirts. You got to find clothes that fit you well, because in this case, even though the guy was willing to pay probably whatever amount, it was not enough in this situation. And it's also just a lesson for a lot about how attractive women move around. There are some attractive women that would have actually accepted his payment because some are more strictly about, well, I'm just going to get the money, I'm just going to get the bag. This is strictly business. Even though he may not look attractive to me, it's not about that. But there are other women like this one that is like, I want to be turned on by looking at them, things like that. And so one of the ways you got to do it is your physical appearance, your body game. And just like I said, there's a few warnings in this video as well, is just do not do all these free tasks and favors for a woman just because she's pretty. It's like a zero-sum game. You're not going to end up with what you think you're going to end up at the end. A lot of them are planning to just get what you're going to give them and get out of the way after that, and leave you empty-handed. Because of course that guy, the only reason he was even taking her to pick up her car and paying for the bill and stuff is because it's not because he was being nice. And women can see through that too, so stop doing that. That's why I don't even be nice. Just be cordial, but don't be overly extra nice to him. Like, I don't offer to do nothing. Oh, you need help with that. Oh, okay, cool. Well, you talk to your brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be overly extra nice and often do things for them unless you really feel like it's something that you can do without wanting something in return. Most guys, we want something in return. You need to be authentic too, because they can sense it. If you're not authentic, and this guy did try to come out and be authentic, but he did it too late. He did it on the back end. He did all that stuff for her, and then he went to ask for what he really wanted. But he gets a little bit of applause for at least asking for what he really wanted. But you got to come a little bit more upfront with it. Like, yeah, I can take you to get your car. Also, I wanted to know yeah, after we do that, do you want to do this, do that? Like you got to kind of put it up front just a little bit more, so that way they can see, okay, this guy's real. He's about his business. He ain't trying to trick me into it. He's just coming out right with it, and hopefully that'll work a little bit better for you. But definitely you got to get your body game right, guys. So hopefully you enjoy this video and you got something from it. I could tell you more stories about this attractive woman all day and all the times where I've picked up on women trying to get free things from you and other men. I've had plenty of stories literally just from her, how she has gotten so much from men and the men are not getting much back from her. And I don't want you to fall into that trap, but I'll go ahead and end this one for now. Thanks for watching.